Hey guys, Joe here, doing a quick drive talk, kind of. It's a two-part video. One part will be cut out and put in another video because I'm lazy. But yeah, I just left the body shop looking at my Mustang after it got painted. And I'm going to say, for the money, including the repair of the trunk lid, which was nothing but me being a dork, I'm impressed. It was a quick walk around, but I was impressed. And it is a Maaco, so they actually have to guarantee the work for five years. And he told me if I notice anything before Monday to just bring it back. My quick walk around, I saw a couple of little like flecks of dirt in the clear coat, which can't really be avoided when your hood is like 23 square feet. And other than that though, I was actually really impressed. The trunk lid, they didn't match the line perfectly, but again, I decimated the line when I flipped the wing over it. But it looks good enough that once I put the wing on it, you're not even going to notice the damage. So I'm happy there. Hold on, wiper noise. Oh, maybe not. 75% of the time I've been to this shop, it's been raining. Don't know why. Maybe it's coincidental, or maybe every time they do work, they're polluting the atmosphere. But I have to wait till my father gets off of work. He's going to drive me over to the shop, and I'm going to pick up the car, and then I'm going to take it home. And I'll do a walk around on it. It was base coat, clear coat, so there's plenty of material for me to screw with. And we'll take a look at what I need to do to reassemble it, because I've decided to completely reassemble it, which entails putting all of the grills back in it, as well as reattaching the wing somehow. I know 3 of the bolt holes are fine, but one of them is kind of jacked up. And the question becomes, well, there's no question. We're gonna self-tap a spoiler on! Nobody said I was a smart man. The car is back in the garage now. That still hurts. Yeah, that's what I think of you cold sores. But, let's take a better look at it. My buddy just texted me, says, looks brand new again. And kinda does. So as you can see, we went with the water drop clear effect. Kidding, it's raining. But yeah, here she is back in the garage. And yeah, I gotta break out the actual camcorder, which films in better detail. But for $1,500, I mean, yeah, when it's dry, we'll look at everything. But he even repainted the mirror caps to make sure the paint color was a perfect match. Rocker panel repainted, everything's repainted. He fixed the damage back here that yours truly caused. You know, it's not perfect, but the wing will hide 90% of it. And they even fixed my speed dent that was caused when the wing fell on it originally. So that's cool. No more scratchy. It looks like they filled in some door dings too that I missed. So not much I can say, but wow, I mean, yeah, look at the reflection there. This is it surpassed my expectations. Again, this was a complete paint job. And no paint on anything that I can see so far. Roof line, nothing. He back taped all the doors, so there's no paint overspray that I have to deal with. No matter what I find with this thing, I'm happy. So I can wholeheartedly suggest a Maaco paint job. Tomorrow I'll turn it around and put it in backwards so that I can put the wing on it without being by the garage door. But yeah, the reflectivityness. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. So yeah, and yeah, as I was saying, that's the one ding they didn't fix, but that was from when the Volvo hit the car anyway. So who cares? So yeah, yep. Start reassembling it tomorrow. I'm very impressed with the way the paint laid out. And it is base coat, clear coat. And that's just a water drip, I hope. Yeah. There are 1 or 2. It's so reflective, it's hard to find the spots. There we go. You can see with my finger. 1 or 2 little spots. We obviously didn't take the time to redo the aluminum on the edge of the hood because it's corroded from the factory. Thank you, factory. But yeah, I'm actually gonna have to turn off the light. Hang on. Where are you? See, this is what I was talking about. It's such a minor few defects that I'm having trouble finding them in the paint on camera. Here we go. Yeah, there's one or two little pieces of dirt in the paint. But again, considering the size of the car, the size of the hood, it's absolutely forgivable. And on camera in the garage, especially now that I focus it, it's super subtle, but there's a very, very, very subtle cloudiness that you can barely see in person. The only reason I can see it is because, again, I painted for 10 years, but in the hood here, there's just a slight bit of cloudiness. And again, this is the size of your kitchen table. So to have a little bit of cloudiness in that for that paint job is completely acceptable. Yeah, he did the job right. There's no overspray inside the wheel wells. And it's just, yeah, I mean, I got it a little dirty driving it home from the body shop, but I would call this better than factory orange peel. For example, here's a 2016 Subaru. And you can see its level of reflectiveness, and back to this one, and you can see its level of reflectiveness. If you want to know more about the place, let me know, and I'll be happy to give you their information. I don't know if they want me just plugging them without permission. Maybe I'll ask them and insert a annotation before those are all gone. But yeah, again, the trunk lid, I goobered that up, so they kind of doctored it up a little bit for me. Honestly, they could have pulled the lip out a little bit more and made it flush, and that might have actually closed it a little bit more. But again, for what they did it for, they actually repaired all that damage, straightened it, flattened it, and filled all the dents in the car except for the one on the front fender, which was bizarre, for $200 over the original estimate. $200, and it's so shiny. Forgot one or two little things, like a little bit of tape around the glass, but I'm not concerned about that. Looking inside the door jamb, you know, he did pretty good. He back taped it, so no real overspray to speak of. This is yeah, like I said, it's done well. It's too bad I royally screwed up the body line. It looks good without a wing. And the fact that he even painted my mirror caps, that's a touch above and beyond. I know a lot of guys that would have done a $3,000 paint job that wouldn't have painted that, believe it or not. But coming over here to the door, he took the time to tape it properly. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen tape jobs where there's overspray, like zip, 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 because it wasn't taped right. So basically, other than just reassembling the wing, the front grills that are still out of it, and the 5.0s on the front quarter panels, I'm not touching this thing. This thing is done until I put wheels on it. And like I said, I'll probably just re-plasti dip those for the rest of the winter and deal with it in the summer or spring. So, but yeah, I guess next thing to do is break out the camcorder because it handles light better, and put that wing on. I'll just pull the car forward a little bit. I have some room in the front, and then I'll walk around to the back. Crowded garage, but hey, at least I have somewhere to work on it.